Usually slap the wall, what you need is you've got your concrete, you've got your insulation underneath the concrete slab, and this usually, as a barrier, as a precautionary measure, goes underneath the damp course, which makes the damp course very, very thick. Now the thing is, if you put one course or block on top of that, it moves ever so slightly. So as you're building the wall up, the movement in the wall, because you're doing it, remember, in a short space of time, so it's not going off quite as much as it would be if you were doing the traditional way. So what we do is we put in a course down, do 2 points. It levels everything out over the top here, which is good, and it grips onto the damp course and gives it stability to get the courses up. So this is what we've done, and this is the ring beam effect that we've got that goes all the way around. As you can see here, you've got a bit of time, because if there's anything discrepancy, a little tiny bit in the footing on here, they can bed up or bed down, and it just gives a bit. And again, quite easier to lay on top. And we'll have that example later. What we're doing here is Gavin's going to lay a block, and this is where, when you do it, the plainness comes, because remember you've got a concrete floor, you're going off. Now if you do one course, it just comes out a little bit on each corner. Because of this, and you're doing it, and it's only 65 mil thick, when you put the block down, you can see this now, how nice and this is going straight the way up, so that it's nice and level, and it gives you a chance now. This will just show you what we're doing. Okay. Especially with these being light as well, it does give this an enormous advantage. Say this is a dummy wall we're doing. Put that one in. As you can see with this now, this is nice and prim and nice and level, so each one of these blocks is level. It's sitting nicely, if you can imagine the damp course on there, and this is giving a chance. This is just giving a chance so it doesn't wobble, and that is quite stable. If you had that one on there, you'd see how it does move, and it bounced the corner out, where this solidly goes off. And remember, this is going off nicely with that ring beam course. Okay, what we've got now, we've got the pillar here, we're setting the window out. What we do is we set the window out. Now this window is 9.15, so we're making this 9.25. It just gives enough of the plastic and the cleat going on, and a little bit of play. Only a bit, but it gives a bit of play. So that's what we're doing measuring out. Now what we've got is, we've got the brick force steel in here. And this basically goes over, and what we do is it's about 600 over, there and thereabouts, 600 over the window, and there we can see we've got 600. We've just done it on the temporary one here, but we just go over the brick force over there and then make that, and that just gives stability on the window. And that's giving a little bit of a ring beam from the top, a ring beam going round, and it gives us stability. So we've got this on the window, gives it a bit more force for it, where the window's fitting on and touching on here. And whatever pressure in here or cracking or wherever, because we've got the window, this is giving it the strength and stability here. And as you can see, Gavin's going to put the bricks in here. On top of the course, which is nice and easy. As you can see, it's nice and thin, so it's not doing anything to Gavin's work there. Suggest to do, because obviously you're doing that, you've got something, you're not just making a mark and it can go anywhere. It is pretty precise and you're back checking what you've done. And what we've got here, we've got the brick force here, and what we're doing is we're taking 600, so what we're doing is like 600 on here, and then we've got 600 as you can see on this other side. Now that's going into the brickwork there. Now what we're doing for this for as well is because we've got it under the window here, and we've got it on top here with the little sits on. And this is to get, because obviously we're going to pressure, it's a reasonably lightweight block, and obviously we're going to put the pressure because we're going to put the reveal on here, so it stops all the cracking. So as you come to put it in here, and as you screw this, the reveal into here to fit the window, this stops the cracking on this top, and it gives it strength. And we'll show you on the next part how we put the ring beam over that, and it all ties in together. Okay, Gary now is going to just put this on top here. As you can see, the lintels going on. As you can see now, the lintel's gone on, and then what you can see is this track is underneath the lintel there, 600, like you've seen on the other one, and lintel's under there, 600. So that's giving that, so we've got 600 over there, 600 over there, so this now is nice and strong, so we can screw something in here, into here, and you can see how this now is a strong unit now, because when we put the reveal on, the reveal's got support here, and we've got support here. Now Jim's going to put this brick rail on.
As you can see, we've got the bricks on top of the middle and one below, which creates a beam in effect to give it more strength. We've got the brick on there now, and that's the course under the joist, to give it more stability when it's getting joisted. If you show it now, I'll put a brick on top of the reinforcing now.
Then we, on top of the lintel there, we've got 600 from there to there and on the other side. The gym is there, so we've got that. And now we've got the brick force runs underneath the joist, that course underneath the joist, and that becomes a ring beam around the building. Now what we do, the next step is to get, as you can see here, a nice substantial Cavalock cavity closer, which goes now round the window. As you can see, the fitting around the window nice and firm, and that fits the bottom of the window, as you can see here, where the window fits, and that goes in. If the brickwork can fit into here, and obviously it goes straight away onto the blockwork, as you can see on the side. The same thing happens on the other side of the window, as you can see, and so that basically will fit. Now what I'm going to show you is just how that fits and how nice and sturdy that is. Nice and sturdy. Now we're going to fit one in. As you can see, nice and easy to do. And this Cavalock goes straight to the side. And if there was any discrepancy or anything with the windows here, we could pull this in and out. As you can see, this here, each side of the reveals, you could unpack it, or if there was any discrepancy in the brickwork whatsoever. So if you made the hole just slightly a little bit bigger, you can get this in. Nicely strapped in. As this is a demo one, this is perfect, so it fits in just nice, because we've taken a bit of time to do it, so it's... Now Cavallock have said that basically what they can do is they can get this totally made up, so we don't have to put this together, and so this will be all moulded in as one. So if it comes to window size on a house type, it would come standardly put into place with a brace going through the middle of it. So that would be a perfect fitting into it. Jim, nice and solid there. I want it solid on the bottom there, Jim.
All solid on the bottom there now.
That's lovely. Nice fix. Nice. And of course, if we were doing it, if you think about it, if you do it as moulded, Jim, and you had something in the middle there to stay it up, yeah, better job again, wouldn't it? Much better job.
And now we can insert the lintel on top again.
And you do that on your own, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, it's good. Yeah, that's really nice, Jim, isn't it? It's good.
And then we have the little
And that's there, those top ones there, Jim, are making it so we can't pull it away when the brickwork goes up.
Yeah.
And the brickwork goes to it, and it's going through. And then we can get, with the brickwork from here, what we've got is we've got the tie wires, if you can see, will go into the brickwork there.
In the groove there, all the brickwork.
Have we got one of those? As you can see, we've got the window now, with the cleats on the side of the window. We've got the frame that this has been put all into situ. So now we slot the window into the cavity closing frame. Thank you. As you can see, it fits quite nice and easy. Okay there, Jim.
Bottom over up. Okay.
Okay, now we've got someone inside now with the cleats, and he's got to the back of the reveal. Now the reveal block, as you can see, we've got a 300mm wall. As you can see, there's a 300mm wall. So what we're saying is that the window, the back of the window, needs to be 125. So if you look at that from the back of the reveal, you've got 175. Pin that up, and that will take the brickwork and the drip. And the brickwork here, if I'm going on there with this tape, the brickwork is 200mm, which you can see here fits nice and snugly. So we've got 125 for the brickwork, and it runs down and comes to here, and it runs off. Now, it can move in different ways. If you have a sill, a stone sill, you can compensate for that stone sill, nice and easy, but this can be drawn up and done. So basically, you can back check yourself, as we said, 175 from the back of the reveal. This slips in nice and easy with these cleats, and it's back in, so now you've got a double whammy. You've got cleats going on here, you've got this going into the reveal, and this is a nice sealed job. And then obviously, they'll clean this up, and we can seal this with an air test nicely down there with a tube. The elastic going around the window. Now, just as Jim's doing this, we've got these. Now, can you see that with the camera? But what we've got is that gets built in. So when the face bricks come, they can put this in just like you usually do. Every 3 courses, you can put this in. So there's the face bricks going into here now to the window, and of course it catches that lovely strong job. So now we've got, this is gone into the blockwork, as you can see, repeats into holding the window in. This is framed round and a nice airtight job. We've got cold bridging going all the way around with the insulation as we've seen before.